give up. This is still on.
Get in there, Lewis.
You are the world champion!
It's not over yet.
And as the sun sets on F1 2021, we look forward to the future on F1 22 in just a few hours' time. We will begin the new chapter in this channel and with Formula 1 gaming. Anyway, for the time being though, we have to settle for the final race of the season and the final race of F1 2021. As we all know, we have won the championship after 8 total seasons, 5 co-op careers, 3 my teams. We have taken just the one title. We're looking to make some significant improvements going forward. Anyway, don't forget to like this video, hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you know when F1 2022 has dawned on the channel, and we will get on with the starting grid for the final time on this game. As we get on the way, it is ourselves, Radiant Slothz, ahead of our championship rival Max Verstappen, the 2 world champions lined up on the front row. Then we have one of the teammates, Sergio Perez, alongside Valtteri Bottas, followed by Yuki Tsunoda with another good qualifying alongside Lewis Hamilton. Behind them, Daniel Ricciardo lines up alongside Charles Leclerc, the McLaren and the Ferraris battling out for the midfield. Then we have the Alpine of Esteban Ocon, and finally rounding out the top 10 is Carlos Sainz. Then we have Fernando Alonso and Sean Galel taking a small penalty, followed by Lance Stroll in P13 for a change alongside George Russell. Behind them we have Nicholas Latifi in the other Williams. He's actually managed to get ahead of Jack Aitken in the Aston Martin, followed by Antonio Giovinazzi and Mick Schumacher side by side as always. Then we have Lando Norris with a fairly hefty penalty alongside Christian Lundgaard in the Haas, and on the back row it's Nikita Mazepin and Pierre Gasly. Well, the lights are coming on for the final time, and there they go. It's away on F1 2021. Looking forward to the future, and Max Verstappen is getting away pretty quickly. Apparently very eager to get through into the future on F1 22 as we battle away with Valtteri Bottas into turn 1. We've actually got the safety car coming out already. And oh my god, Sergio Perez just absolutely smashes into the back of us there as we get the safety car alert come out. Valtteri Bottas with an illegal overtake, which he has not been penalised for somehow. Let's have a look at the onboard of the start there. This is one of the circuits that will actually feature as the starting race, if I'm not mistaken, after we randomly generated them a couple of days ago. There we go. Safety car comes out, and Valtteri Bottas goes past. We get a burst of speed from Perez running into the back of us. That is probably going to cause us some difficulty later on in the Grand Prix if we need that rear wing for anything. This was Bottas, drunk as a parrot, going down into turn 1 and gets pushed out of turn 2 by us. There he slows down for the safety car, and as we slow down to get our delta right, he just overtakes us. Unbelievable cheat. Anyway, this was Pierre Gasly from the back of the field. He's fighting Nikita Mazepin and Christian Lundgaard here. Decides that he doesn't want anything to do with it and just absolutely smashes into the rear wheel of George Russell. Hits the other Williams of Nicholas Latifi and causes that safety car. This was Perez. Blind. Just drives straight into the back of us at full speed under a safety car. Doesn't matter how slow we were going, but he has retired himself from the race, and now the safety car will be coming in. What an opener to the last race on this channel with F1 2021 coming down towards the restart. Gasly still at the back, but he's ruined Russell's race, that's for sure. But we're not here to see them as we get underway again. We retake second place from Valtteri Bottas. Max Verstappen up ahead of us. We managed to get to the other side of Bottas there, but not quite up the inside of Max Verstappen as we power our way around this circuit. Remember, of course, we did extremely well here last season until nearer the end when our tyres ran out. And then we ended up losing a ton of positions. battling Bottas to the line only to lose the championship to Max Verstappen. Well, we can't have that happen again because we've already won the title, funnily enough. Anyway, Sean Galeo, our teammate, not made up too many positions there from everyone crashing into each other, but is into the top 10 at least. We need to get that Constructors' Trophy, and that has just been made a hell of a lot easier with Sergio Perez out of this Grand Prix. We were 26 points ahead of them, so in order for Red Bull to win... Oh, we had a massive snap of oversteer there. In order for Red Bull to win this, we need to DNF both cars, and they need to win the race and get the fastest lap, and then hope that they've won more races than us. As we ride the helicopter shot through the streets of Jeddah, fantastic angles as usual. We will miss these if they are not included in F1 2022, and if the theatre mode's not on there, then goddamn, that's going to be very difficult for me to make these videos. This was the restart for us. Easily past Bottas, he was caught napping there, and we looked down the inside of Verstappen, but we know he was going to cover us going into turn 1 there, as he tends to do, getting a little bit of a slide there, just how I like it when I'm driving these cars. Have a slightly active rear end. And look at the gap we've pulled on Bottas already. Look at the gap that Bottas has dropped back to from Verstappen, actually. Almost 3 seconds for the Mercedes now. Just really gives you an idea of how slow the rest of the field are compared to us as we come blasting through this section. No DRS for us just yet, or perhaps... Yes, we just about caught the DRS there. For the first time, I'm guessing, since we haven't seen much going on up to this point. Around the final corner we go. Sean Galeo gets past Fernando Alonso, actually, earlier on the lap, or earlier laps, and is up into P9. Battling away with the Ferraris and the DRS train as we look to go around the outside of Max Verstappen into turn 1. He tries to crash us into the wall, and we decide to return the favour by ramming him off the circuit. That is just what Max Verstappen would have wanted from us, as we see Sean Galeo was actually trying to get past Charles Leclerc there, jumping around the leaderboard. But we have taken the lead of the Grand Prix. Let's go on board with that and just see how much Verstappen was moving around. Look at that. That's disgusting from the Red Bull driver. Nearly crashes into us and takes our front wing off, and we decide to squeeze him out into the barrier as the return favour. That was deserved. Max Verstappen is a dirty driver. As we get round Sector 2 now, he is still in pursuit. He says, I want to destroy that entire car, and I'm not going to stop until I've had the opportunity. He's looking at those rear tyres. We know the rear wing's already been screwed up by his teammate earlier on in the Grand Prix, and he knows at this point he can't win the championship. He can't win the Constructors' Championship with us finishing this race in the points. It's all down to him being able to do as much damage to this car as possible to put us out of the points. And he's going to have a look. No, he doesn't. He looked as though he was going to go for a move there down into the final corner, but he decides against it, as for some reason we're letting off a gun from the top of our car there and just shooting into the air. You can see the little flashes from the muzzle. Verstappen is into the pits though, and this will be a crucial lap to try and get right with these worn tyres. Hoping, of course, that he comes out into traffic, which looks a little bit unlikely.
Box, box, box.
We're going to come in on lap 8. We come around the final corner now. Verstappen's actually down behind Lando Norris in P6 at the minute. And given his proximity to the McLaren, he's probably getting DRS, which is not good for us. As we come down the pit lane, and actually looking down the leaderboard, I've just realised that George Russell is actually going to get some points here because he pitted on lap 1 and is likely going to try and go to the end of the race. As long as he didn't put the medium tyres on at the start, and is now running the medium tyres right now, he should get to the end and score some points for Williams, so good for him. As we come out of the pit lane, we saw Verstappen coming through it. He is going to get ahead of us. We may have crossed the line there on pit exit, but I don't think the stewards noticed. So we're going to carry on anyway as we go down into one of the many corners on this circuit that are corners, and lose the rear end on the cold tyres there, flinging it around to go massively wide, trying to get as big an advantage as we can over our rival Verstappen. But unfortunately, though, we have lost the lead to him. And looking back very far in the distance, you can see Pierre Gasly if you squint hard enough. For the time being, though, we will continue to sit behind the Red Bull of Max Verstappen. Going through these twisty sections, but closing in on him. The slipstream extremely powerful here, taking a slightly tighter line wherever possible. And now we're going to get the full power of the DRS going down towards the final corner. Verstappen ahead of us. We go to the outside, round the Red Bull we go, down towards the final corner, and once again we take the lead of the Grand Prix. Gun muzzle flashes going off all over the place. I don't think it's a cam. There it is again. We just fired a gun at Max Verstappen. That may result in a penalty from the stewards if we were to hit someone or perhaps puncture his tyres as we come down towards turn 1. Verstappen there, nearly hits into the back of us there as we have a massive lock-up, likely from shooting our own car as we come through. We're going to have a look at that in a moment. That was incredibly close there between us, just carrying way too much speed, trying to defend from the Red Bull. As we fling it round, more broken sponsors on display, actually. Incredible game. Down into this next DRS zone. No cigar for us on this occasion, though. Let's go on the board for that move. So we've got the ERS on. No DRS, but we are defending from Verstappen and trying to outbrake him into the first corner. That is in fact what we do, and then completely overshoot. Try to get the cut back there. I wish we'd gone on board with Verstappen there as well, because that was an incredible near miss going through there. Anyway, for now, we'll just follow on through this twisty section. We will revisit this on F1 22, I believe, as the first race of the season, so don't get too comfortable. We're going back here very shortly as we extend the DRS advantage around the outside of Verstappen and easily get past him with 3 laps to go. He's going to get the DRS this time as we come down towards turn 1, but this time we will have to be wary not to overshoot and flat spot the tyres, because that will not end well for us. We take it nice and easy going through turn 1 and leave Verstappen behind us for another few corners. Anyway, we rejoin later on lap 11. Verstappen still behind us, still closing in, still looking to trash every bit of our car. Has likely spotted the fact that our sponsors are all broken. We've got logos for companies that don't belong next to the names. We've got logos that are chopped in half. We've got logos that aren't even in the right place on the car compared to where I put them earlier on. Just looking at the one on the rear wing, it shouldn't even be that one at all. It should just be a really small one you can barely see. As Verstappen fails to get past us on the main DRS straight, he's going to come round the outside. He's going to try and get around the outside anyway into turn 1. It's not happening for him on this occasion. Now, as we nearly run into the barrier there. That was incredibly close. And actually, Sean Gallard just got past Lewis Hamilton, so good for him. He's up at a P6. Just really hammering home the Constructors' title right now. There is absolutely nothing that can go wrong that can stop us from winning. Even if Sean Gallard and our car gets knocked out of the race, I'm pretty sure we've won this anyway. As we come down towards the end of another DRS zone, still no luck for Verstappen. Round the hairpin we go. It's all going to be a little different though when we rejoin this on F1 22 at some point in the very near future, because all the corners have been reprofiled, walls have been moved. Remember, of course, this was all guesswork. They added this race before it had actually been finished. So a lot of this was just based off of what they'd seen being built and the concept of it. As we get a lovely little helicopter shot following the DRS zone, we can see Verstappen is closing in on us, coming down towards the final corner. He's going to go to the outside. We're going to squeeze him, but he doesn't relinquish his attempt. And now we're going to get the DRS there as we cleverly dropped back in the final part of the corner, allowing us to get the DRS. And we go round the outside of him into turn 1. Nice and easy coming through. onto the final lap we go. No mistakes needed. We just need to get to the end, and the Constructors' title is ours. We've already humiliated Max Verstappen by stopping him from becoming a double world champion. There's no way that Red Bull are going to get the chance to get another Constructors' trophy. As we come through, one DRS zone coming up. Will Verstappen try to reclaim some glory for his team? No, he cannot. He's dropping back. He is lightly emptying the battery as we speak, which is only going to put his championship in the grave, so to speak, as we come through these incredibly fast corners. Nikita Mazepin just made an overtake of all people at the back of the field. I think that was on his. It might have been on his teammate actually, as they battle for last but one. There is someone else down there. I'm not sure who it is. Oh, it's Yuki Tsunoda. I think he might have DNF'd. So yes, they are battling for last. As we come round the DRS zone, Max Verstappen out of battery. He's got the DRS. He's going to go to the outside. We shut the door on him. He's incredibly angry. We come round the final corner, and he's going to get one last chance to get past us. If he does, he is a very annoying person, but he doesn't. We celebrate by crossing the line, and that is the conclusion of the F1 2021. My Team Season 3, and of course the final race on the game. Pierre Gasly, who somehow gets all the way up into the point, having started at the back of the grid, gets driver of the day. This man, he will likely be fired and kicked out of the team for gross negligence, is going to be celebrating his last race win with us and the team, as his character model is likely to be replaced by some other random thing. Although, having said that, this is a Codemasters game, he might just be exactly the same when he comes back. I've never actually figured out if it's the team principal or Jeff, but it doesn't matter because we've just lodged an F1 2021 bootleg copy in his skull, and we celebrate on the podium. Oh, maybe that's Jeff in the background. Oh, that's the last time we're seeing him because he's been cut from the game. Rest in peace, Jeff. This is the end of F1 2021.